Hello there. So we're here at a project. We're going to be installing a couple outlets, actually relocating a couple outlets and a few other things, but I'll run inside and we can take a close look at what's going on. So this is a quick little project we're doing. They're adding some, I believe it's called wainscoting or wainscoting on the walls there with all the molding. So we're moving some of the outlets up. Sure. So as you can see, the molding is traced on the walls here. We need to move it up so it's out of the way of the molding. So this happens to be an exterior wall, and the issue with that is most of the time the concrete or block is going to only have furring strip on top of it. So you have 7/8 of an inch of a gap between the concrete and the face of the drywall. So in that instance, we would have to chip it out. But this particular situation, we get a little bit lucky, which is nice when it does happen, but it doesn't always come too often. Bernard's being pretty precise here, but we do run into an issue later on with precision, and you'll see why.
What you?
And now that we can see back there, it looks like a furring strip right there, but it's actually foam, which is pretty easy to remove, obviously.
Cut some breakers off, and I want you to tell me when this go off.
Nope. Yep. Yep. This one.
It's off?
Yep.
And by the way, that's Enrique. He's Bernard's helper today. He's been with us for about a week, and he's doing pretty good so far. And right now, Bernard's checking the depth of the wall, which, like I said before, we get a little bit lucky here because sometimes you'd have to chip out the wall and not damage the drywall, which can be a task in itself. But in this situation, we didn't have to worry about that. There was enough clearance for a standard depth cut-in box. And the drywall guy on this job wanted to remove the J boxes himself. He just said make sure there's no wire in them, and he was going to remove them. I think maybe to limit drywall damage. We could have removed them pretty easily with that older style. There's just that little tab on the side you can pop with a flathead and slide the whole box out of the wall. But he wanted it left in the wall, so we'll leave it for him and he can take it from there. And now that Bernard's pulled off the difficult part here and it looks nice, I'm going to hop in here and snatch all the glory for myself. Where's the new outlet? Is there a new outlet or no?
Yeah, that's what he ran to grab.
Okay. And of course the Carpenters got to show up with their noisemakers. I'm just kidding. This Carpenter was actually really cool. And man, is he doing some beautiful work. Usually the way I'll make up an outlet like this is I'll put all the wires on the screws, obviously, tighten them down with the impact, but then I'll go back through with my flathead and really get them nice and tight and so that the wire kind of hooks all the way around and tightens itself fully around the screw. I found that if I do it like this, I never have a problem with a wire popping off the outlet or something like that in the back of the box. No, those are for fancy electricians. We're not that fancy.
You're old school?
Yeah.
That's me too. Everybody's like, well, how come you don't use this? Like, I've been doing this 25 years.
I honestly feel like that's a waste of time.
I agree.
If you gotta set it on the bit, on your impact, and do all the extra stuff.
We were just talking about those little tools you can use to strip the wire on your drill or your impact. I'm just kidding. They're actually pretty cool, but I don't really use them very much. Trim screwdriver? Skinny trim?
Oh, skinny.
Even skinnier, like a skinny trim.
Small one. Nah,
Yes,
that's
or small Phillips. I use a trim flathead to twist the outlet in the wall to make sure it's flush. Or a tiny flathead. You got a 10-in-1?
I got a tiny
I
one
got
right
10.
here.
I'm not on me.
That's alright.
I've got on my.
That's alright. I
I
can do
know I got
it.
that really small one. Ah, you didn't see it.
Got it right on the finger. Yeah, that stabbed right into my hand. Right into my knuckle, actually. Thank you. If you look close, I'm twisting the outlet because it's a little bit crooked.
Oh shit.
What's up, man?
Jeez.
Through plate first. So I swatted it down. I didn't want to let it get in my face.
I didn't even see what you used the trim for. Oh, here's what I use for that.
See now? See?
Nah, I didn't know what you wanted it for, but I used it.
Oh, you use your plug-in tester?
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Yeah, I use it. Yeah.
See? Cheap.
Bernard could have prevented that entire bloody tragedy, but he didn't even mention he had an alternative option. I always just use my skinny flat,
Put it on the ground.
put it right in the ground, and then it really, you can straighten it out.
Perfect. Jeez.
Yeah. All right.
Flat.
It actually stabbed in really deep, maybe to the bone.
Tissue at the restaurant. Got a piece of tissue at the restaurant.
You bleeding?
Yeah, it's just a little bit of leakage. Got a little bit of blood on the plate, but we got it cleaned off.
Money.
Perfect. I'm tempted to put a little bit of pipe glue just to stop it. It will stop it.
Stop it,
Yeah, it does.
It does, right?
Cauterizes it, yeah.
Yeah, this is what I'm
It
gonna
does
say.
burn.
It's gonna burn.
It burns.
Two of them. So with this one out, this comes.
Just dead?
Not the same color. You just to make sure.
You got your plug tester?
Yeah. Ah, see that?
It's always good to double check. We thought it was on the same circuit, but ended up being on a completely different one. It's probably going to be a 15. That's it.
Jeez. A board or something you reach in? Because you want the face to be like right up right here.
That's the center line of the outlet? The vertical center line?
Yeah, that's the vertical center.
Yeah. Yep. So as long as I'm like dead center on that like that, we're good?
Yep.
Famous last words. You'll see how that comes back to haunt us in just a second.
Think so?
Yeah.
Thank you.
This wire is the old. This place was probably built in what, like 2005, something like that, 2004, because that's when there was a copper shortage back then, and this is the type of wire that we installed a lot of. It's like an alloy. Yeah.
Some of you guys might know what I'm talking about. It's kind of copperish / silverish in color, and you do see it sometimes still these days, but it's more common back then when the copper was really in shortage.
Mm-hmm.
So before I was talking about how that was an exterior wall and how the concrete or the block can end up creating an issue with the depth of how deep your box is. This is an interior wall, so you have plenty of depth and it's not an issue at all.
You need a drywall screw?
There just so happens to be a stud right here that I can tie into to make this box extra strong. So if I screw through the side of the box into the stud, it'll lock that box in real nice.
Thank you. There's a stud right there, so I might as well utilize it. Ain't going nowhere.
In about 30 seconds here, we realize our box is at the wrong height, and the trim plates, one is going to be way closer to the molding than the other one, which is not great.
What's two different?
See it? See that line and this line? You're gonna have two different heights on that.
Oh, wow. Where there the marks are there, do you see the marks? We went by the center line.
Yep.
We went by the center line and the center line.
So that's level is what you're saying?
Well, who made the marks?
We go off what he told me to do. Remember, you told me you wanted 2 inches off the plate.
Three quarters underneath the plate. So you know what's going on here.
So
That's where the plate is supposed to be, I think.
We're not sure who really made the marks that we're going by, but it doesn't really matter. We just got to make it right.
So I'll just move this one up.
Yeah, whatever's easier.
What's
I
that,
don't care, I
Bernard?
don't care what happens, whatever's easier.
I'm thinking we should move this one.
Do we have you have a patch on your truck?
No, that's in the truck.
I'll patch it. I gotta patch all the walls anyway.
Oh, okay.
Just,
All right.
just get it where it's gotta be. Don't worry about nothing else.
All right. So measure to the center of that screw right there, right now.
Yeah.
Give me the tape.
Yeah, mistakes happen. It is what it is. Kind of stinks that it's on such a small, little, silly job. I was supposed to be in and out of here. I got someplace else to go after this. But anyway, we'll get it taken care of, and it'll be right in the end.
I know that for sure. And it should be there.
You screwed me, Bernard.
1878.
Let me see.
1878.
18 and 7/8. This is 17 and 3/8. Well, a quarter to center. 17 and a quarter.
So,
This is gonna be so pretty. No, I'm messing with you.
trying to think.
It's alright. So I'll move this one up to. So the center of that one is 18 and what?
78.
18 and 7/8.
So what I'm going to do is just cut the difference off the top of the box and add it to the bottom. So it shouldn't be too big of a change or difference, and they had to do a little bit of drywall patch anyway. So not too big of a deal.
Yeah, not a big deal. I gotta model all this shit anyway, so.
I'm using the trim plate as a straight edge so I can get it just right.
So the coach going, what was the section?
You have a little piece of wood, Bernard?
Yeah, we do.
And so-
Oh, shingle. Use one of the shingles. What you do, drop that right down to the bottom?
The staples right there.
We bought the multi.
Why you get the way you already cooked them together?
I wasn't sure. Sometimes the wire
Uh,
close to the. Yeah, I didn't want to cut it.
But
I would leave it because he's covering it over.
This job really went south quick. I mean, I got stabbed in the hand for one, and the box was in the wrong spot after I was almost done.
yeah, they explained it when we
All right, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Yeah, not too bad.
when that comes on.
This one?
Yes.
Alright.
One of them. Let me go to the other one. Show the other one.
Is it on?
This one. This one.
Now it's time to get everything cleaned up so we can get out of here. And I'm running a little late now. All things considered, though, it's not that big of a deal. Just a little drywall patch, and it'll be as good as new. All right, so I'm just getting out of here. We got them outlets in and a couple other things. Gentlemen, I'll catch you later. Take care. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.